What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Unhinged Talk. As usual, I'm your host, Patrick Hennessy, joined today by the man, Sean Petrucci. How we doing, Sean?
I'm doing great. How you doing?
Can't complain. It's opening day. Love to see that. But before we do break down the Yankees opening day roster today, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you do know when we go live before and after every single Yankees game this season. We're pumping out content left and right. Stick with us. It's going to be fun. But yeah, let's break down the Yankees opening day roster. Why not? So I guess we could start with the catcher position. To nobody's surprise here, the Yankees are carrying two catchers, Gary Sanchez, Kyle Higashioka. I think the key with the catcher position this year is that Kyle Higashioka is no longer Garrett Cole's personal catcher for now. Now, this is something that could change within the first few months of the season, but as of right now, Gary Sanchez is the Yankees starting catcher, and I think they still have a lot of faith in him going into the season. What do you think?
I think if you go around the diamond, this is probably the biggest wild card position, just because we've already seen before that if the Yankees don't like what Gary's doing, they have no problems starting Hickey.
Sure.
So I
No,
think maybe let's just say Gary's cold a couple months into the season. I would not be surprised if he's a backup catcher.
it's definitely possible, especially if he's not working well with Garrett Cole.
Yeah,
I think offense wise, like it could be the key to him starting or not. But I think also another key to him starting or not is his work with Garrett Cole. If Cole isn't comfortable, Gary will no longer catch him. It's as simple as
yeah,
that.
100%.
So listen, Kyle Higashioka isn't too shabby either. We saw him step in for Gary last season and actually be pretty solid. Even in the postseason, he's solid defensively. He's obviously doesn't have the same offensive potential as Gary Sanchez does, but he's decent with the bat. So we'll see as far as that goes. First baseman with Luke Voit being injured, missing probably around 1 to 2 months, I guess. Jay Bruce is the Yankees starting first baseman for opening day. He's the only first baseman they're carrying on the roster. Veteran left-handed hitter. I think that if he gets enough at bats this season, he could easily hit 20 home runs in the Bronx.
Yeah, you know what's also interesting? I think it came out since today's Thursday, it was Wednesday. We saw Mike Talkman taking first base reps, so that's
Yes.
kind of interesting. I don't
No.
know
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll see that in a game. I think that's like a last resort. Like we need an emergency first
Sure.
baseman.
It's
'Cause
like a
I've heard
Mike Ford pitching kind of thing.
Yeah, like DJ would be the guy that would slide into first, which of course then opens up Tyler Wade into the infield. That's a whole different story. But
Yeah.
I just thought it was really interesting to see Mike Talkman taking reps there.
I mean, he played first base in college, I believe, so he has like that experience. But I don't know. I doubt we'll see him at first any
Yeah.
point this season.
I hope not. I mean, something bad happened probably.
As far as second baseman go, DJ LeMahieu is the Yankees starting second baseman.
Yeah.
Do we even need to talk about DJ LeMahieu? He's
No,
just an
I mean
absolute unit.
we know what he's going to bring to the table.
I will
Easily.
be shocked, Sean, if he does not hit over 300 this season. Actually,
Yeah, and then like because if he hits like 280, like that's great for other people, but for DJ, it's like
no, I know.
that's
It's
underwhelming,
unreal.
which is weird to
Unreal.
say. It's kind of unfair in a way, but
Third base shortstop, Yankees have Gio Urshela, Gleyber Torres. Once again, you kind of know what you're going to get out of these guys. I think Gio Urshela, probably one of the most underrated hitters in the league, to be honest. I mean, he's been
oh, yeah,
solid with the Yankees since 2019. I'm expecting him to keep it up. Gleyber is a wild card this year, defensively and offensively. He could maybe find himself in the MVP hunt too if he
yeah,
plays up to his potential. Also, we saw great defense out of him at short this spring. So if he keeps that up, that'll be huge because that was the biggest question mark as far as Gleyber Torres goes.
yeah. He's definitely one of the most. He's probably the Yankee I'm most looking forward to seeing.
Yeah,
100%,
no,
especially on defense. I mean, this is a huge year for him.
I agree.
With
I
this
agree.
with the free agent class coming up, this is huge for him. He's got to prove himself.
Yankees are carrying 5 outfielders, which is kind of smart considering how often their outfielders do get hurt. They're going with Clint in left, Hicks in center, Judge in right, and then you got Gardner and Talkman on the bench. Listen, before we address any of the starters, shout out to Mike Talkman. Amazing spring after such a disappointing 2020, earned himself that roster spot. But Clinton left. I think he's going to have a huge year. He kind of broke out in 2020 in the short season, and I think he's really going to have an amazing year. Like I've been saying this, I think Clint's going to be an all-star. I think he has the potential for like 35 plus home runs this year. So I'm really excited to see him.
Yeah, I've said it before, and I'll say it again. This is his first year where it's his job. There's no question marks about it. Like he's gonna be the opening day starting left fielder, and it's his job to lose.
Yeah.
And I just hope that if he goes cold, that he doesn't have a short leash. I hope just
I
like it's
don't
his
think
job. Like let him work out of it if he ever gets into like a little
I
slump.
think they have faith in him this year. I
I
really do
hope
think
so.
they're
I
counting
really
on
hope
him.
so. I really do.
Center field, Aaron Hicks, the man who just has so much potential, is an on-base machine, but just can't stay on the field. I know a lot of people talk about Aaron Judge being injury prone. Aaron Hicks is the definition of injury prone. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
100%.
But I mean, I think we just need him to stay somewhat healthy. I'll take 120 games out of Aaron Hicks this season, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, bro, because when he's on the field, a lot of people don't like him in the 3-hole. I think that he's awesome in the 3-hole just because he's an on base machine, like I said, and you want him to get on base for those big sluggers. So if he can get on base for when Stanton comes up, Glaber comes up, Voit comes up when he returns, that's exactly what you need him for. You don't need him to bat 300 with 25 bombs, even though he might be capable of doing so.
Yeah, he's really capable of doing that. But like, even if he hits like 230, but his on base percentage is probably gonna be like 400.
No, I know. It's stupid.
So I mean, that's kind of what we expect out of Aaron Hicks. And if he gives us anything more than that, then it's just a bonus,
I agree.
especially with
And
that
solid
contract that
defense.
he's on.
His
Yeah,
arm should be coming back as well after the surgery. But Judge and Wright, I mean, Aaron Judge, like we know, if this dude stays healthy this year, we're talking about a guy who's like a top 3 MVP candidate easily
easily,
at
100%.
his minimum. It's just staying healthy for Judge. Just like so many guys in this lineup, health is key. I think if Aaron Judge stays healthy this year, which I think he will, that's an easy 45 home runs minimum. He'll bat like 280 with like 120 RBIs. Expect a big year from Aaron Judge this season.
Yeah, I'm expecting an MVP season, 100%, because that's the kind of player he is
Yeah.
when he's healthy. So,
DH, you got Stanton, same case as Judge. You could probably compare those the same
yeah,
exact way.
same, yeah.
Got to stay healthy, MVP capable. We know that.
100%.
He also got Tyler Wade on the bench, probably the definition of a quadruple A player.
Oh,
I
yeah.
hope he doesn't play that much this season because if he does, that means that someone's hurt.
I think Boone said it on Wednesday. When like Jay Bruce has an off day, DJ will slide over to first, and then of course that opens Wade to play second.
Yeah, makes sense. Makes
So
sense.
I mean, we'll survive that. I mean, Tyler Wade in the lineup isn't going to kill us. Not going to lose us games, but
Yeah.
he'll probably just hit ninth and play good defense.
Yeah.
So,
Then we hit the rotation. We're not going to go too deep into the rotation. If you want to check out our rotation preview video where we kind of break down each one advancedly. Is advancedly a word? I don't know, but I like
I
it.
don't think it is, but we'll go with it.
Check out that video. So the Yankees are carrying Garrett Cole, Corey Kluber, Domingo Herman, Jordan Montgomery, and Jameson Tyone. Listen, as a whole, I think this rotation is solid. Probably the best Yankees rotation we've seen in the past 10 years, maybe. Is
Yeah, I
that
mean, maybe
crazy to
even
say?
longer. Who
Right?
knows? I'm super excited to see these guys. Like really, really
Especially
excited.
if they stay healthy, Sean.
That's
Health is key. We know that.
it's like
Especially
a
Corey
broken
Kluber,
record, but yeah.
Tyone, Herman, Montgomery. We need these guys to stay healthy. I mean, Garrett Cole is almost like a sure thing. Like when he's on the mound, like we know we're probably going to win the game. But the other guys, I'm expecting big years out of all of them, to be quite honest
Yeah.
with you.
Yeah, and the cool thing is you got, Derry Garcia as our sixth man in the
Yes.
rotation. Just, I
A
mean,
couple years
God
ago, he would have
forbid,
been our number 2.
yeah, God forbid, like one guy goes down at any point, we just slide in Devi and we still feel comfortable.
Yeah. And also don't forget, Severino's coming back midseason.
Yep,
So the Yankees
of
have a
course,
lot to be happy
of
about.
course.
And then the bullpen. Aroldis Chapman is going to be the closer as usual. He is going to miss the first 2 games of the season, though, due to the suspension. Chad Green, Darren O'Day, Luis Sessa, Jonathan Loaziga, Michael King, Nick Nelson, Lucas Litke. Also do keep in mind Zach Britton is hurt to start the season. He should be back around June, I believe. And Justin Wilson's also out to start the year as well. He should be back fairly soon.
He's on the 10-day. I would assume right when that's up, he'll be back.
Yeah, he should be back fairly soon. The bullpen on paper honestly doesn't look too pretty. But I think one name to kind of keep an eye on is Nick Nelson. I think especially in the absence of high leverage guys like Justin Wilson and Zach Britton, I think the Yankees are going to be relying on Nick Nelson heavily. Also like a Jonathan Loaziga. One of these guys are bound to break out this season. So I think
I would
Nick
hope
Nelson's
so.
my guy, but there's a few candidates as far as
I was going to say this bullpen on paper, stress on paper, is probably our weakest looking bullpen just because of injuries.
Yeah.
Because we're so used to having a stacked bullpen. That's like the one like spot on the team where we never have to worry about it. But
yeah,
I think, Litke, Nelson, Loizaga, even Sessa, like those are guys that have shown potential to be really good. So while it's not the best on paper, I think it could still end up being a very good bullpen.
I agree.
And like you said, we're not gonna, it's not like we're missing Britton all season. We'll get Wilson back, so we'll be okay.
Listen, as overall, I'm very confident in this team. They're only bound to get better as the season goes on, as they get guys back from injuries, as they make maybe some acquisitions, call guys up, maybe I don't know, but I'm confident in this team. I really think that they're going to win the American League East. might even win the pennant this year. Maybe we're
They
jumping to
should. I mean, who's
They
their
should.
biggest competition? So
The White Sox, maybe. I don't know. But stay tuned for that. We're going to be with you guys all season. As I said before, live pregame, live postgame, daily recorded episodes as well. So stay tuned for all that. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you do know when all that content goes live. And we'll see you guys next time. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Enjoy opening day. Peace.